A few winters ago, 4 of us went on a ski trip to Montana. It wasn't meant to be memorable, just snow, drinks, bad sleep, and stories we'd laugh about later. At least, that's what we thought at the time. There was me, Tyler, Jenna, and Raoul. Tyler always carried sunflower seeds and left shells everywhere. Jenna tracked everything on her fitness watch and got irritated if a day didn't count. Raoul filmed everything: meals, lift lines, even waiting around. Nothing about us felt reckless or unlucky. That's what makes this harder to explain. After riding all day, we went into town Saturday night. Dinner turned into drinks. Drinks turned into one more bar because Raoul insisted the night wasn't over yet. By the time we stepped back outside, it was late and bitterly cold. The kind of cold that settles into your bones. Our motel was off the main road. The front desk had given us a shuttle number earlier, so we called it. Straight to voicemail. Raoul tried rideshare, but the wait time was ridiculous. So we stood there, on the curb, boards in hand, boots half unlaced, tired and buzzing, trying to decide what to do next. That's when a white van pulled up. No hotel logo, no resort branding, just a small sticker on the windshield that said Mountain Shuttle. The driver leaned out and waved like he recognized us. He said he was picking up for motels on our road, then casually said the name of our motel without us telling him first. That should have been the moment we hesitated. Tyler climbed in immediately, relieved. I followed. Jenna and Raoul got in behind us. The driver introduced himself as Grant, middle-aged, baseball cap, calm voice. He wore a lanyard with a card turned inward. The van smelled like wet gloves and cheap air freshener. For the first minute, everything felt normal. Downtown lights, a gas station, the familiar road leading back toward where we were staying. Then he turned. Jenna leaned forward and said our motel was straight ahead. Grant didn't even look back. He said there was a closure and he was taking a back route. Mentioned cops stopping cars up ahead and said he didn't want to deal with a checkpoint. That word ended the conversation. Raoul tried pulling up a map. The dots spun. No signal. Streetlights disappeared. Trees closed in until branches brushed the van. At some point, Grant reached over and shut the radio off. No explanation. The pavement ended without warning. The tires settled into packed snow. He drove like he knew the road, like he'd taken it before. Then the headlights caught a metal gate, chain, padlock. Grant stopped with the bumper inches from it and put the van in park. He said we had to wait for maintenance. Jenna asked who maintenance was. That's when he turned around. He raised one hand, palm out. In the other, he held a small folding knife, already open. His voice stayed calm as he told us to stay quiet, said nobody was getting out unless he said so, one at a time. Phones started sliding forward without anyone saying a word. Cold air rushed in when he stepped outside and yanked the sliding door open. The woods beyond the headlights looked endless, like a wall. Everything after that blurred together. Raoul dragged toward the door, Tyler shouting when the knife caught his arm, Jenna screaming through blood. I swung my snowboard bag and knocked Grant backward into the snow, but he recovered fast, too fast. I felt the knife before I saw it, a hard pressure in my side, warmth spreading. My legs gave out and I collapsed into the aisle. Then, everything went white. A snowplow skidded to a stop sideways across the road, lights flashing. Grant slammed the door shut and ran into the trees without looking back. Deputies and EMTs arrived fast. They found zip ties in the glove box, duct tape wrapped around the child lock, our phones placed neatly by the dashboard.
The van had been stolen earlier that week. The shuttle sticker wasn't real. The gate led to old logging roads deep in the woods. People still ask what he planned to do past that gate. I don't have an answer. I just remember how calm he was when he took our phones, like this wasn't the beginning, just the next step in something he'd already planned.
I was 23 when this happened. I went to Colorado alone for a short ski trip. A friend owned a small condo near the mountain and said I could stay there while it was empty. Lock up, don't trash it, simple. So it was just me, alone, in a quiet building I didn't know. The first day was normal. Beginner runs, lots of falling. I got tired early and went back before dark. Nothing felt off. The second day, I noticed him. At first, it didn't mean anything. Just a man behind me in a lift line. Mid-30s maybe, normal winter clothes, no staring, no smile, no reason to feel uncomfortable. Later, I stopped to fix my binding. A minute passed, then he stopped nearby and asked if I was new. I gave short answers. He offered a few tips, wished me luck, and left. It felt harmless. But I kept seeing him, only when I was alone. Another run, another stop, another coincidence. I told myself resorts are crowded, people overlap, don't be dramatic. Then, he asked questions. Where was I from? How long was I staying? Was I here with anyone? Something about that order made my stomach drop. I lied, said I was meeting friends later, said I was staying with family. Then I rode straight down and went inside the lodge, sat near people, and waited. A few minutes later, he came in. He didn't approach me. He moved slowly like he was deciding something, then sat where he could see me without being close. That's when I left. That night, the condo felt safe again. I cooked, watched a show, double-checked the lock, and laughed at myself. The third day, I stayed in busy areas, avoided stopping alone. Still, I saw him. By the map board, near the lift, always just close enough. The last time, he followed behind me toward the shuttle area. When I slowed, he slowed. When I stopped, he stopped. When I turned, he was already looking at me. Inside the lodge, he walked past me, doubled back, and paused close enough that I could smell his jacket. He didn't say a word. That was the moment I stopped doubting myself. I got back to the condo before dark, locked the door, checked the windows, texted my friend asking who else had a key. His brother? The cleaner? No one else. That night, I woke up to heavy movement in the hallway, voices I couldn't understand. Then, a woman screamed. I froze, then called 911. I heard banging, someone throwing their weight against a door, more shouting, running footsteps. When police arrived, a woman from the unit next to mine sat wrapped in a blanket. Her door frame was splintered. She said a man tried to force his way in. Her unit was one door away from mine. Earlier that week, I'd almost typed my door code into the wrong unit. They never caught him. I left the next morning. I don't know if the man on the mountain was the same one in the hallway, but I know what it feels like to be watched. And I know how close I came to being the wrong door. I was 9 years old when this happened, on a family ski trip to West Virginia. My dad planned everything tightly. He had us on the slopes before the lifts officially opened. By late morning, my mom and I were freezing. We went inside for hot chocolate while my dad and brother stayed out longer. From the food hall, you could see the beginner slope through the windows. After warming up, I asked if I could do a few runs. Normally, my mom would say no, but she could see the entire slope. She agreed. At first, it felt amazing. I loved being on my own. Then I noticed him. He didn't look like anyone else. While everyone wore bright ski jackets, he wore a long black coat, dark beard, dark glasses, a stiff black hat that didn't belong on a ski slope. I kept seeing him, over and over. The slope was small, but he showed up too often. I got the feeling he was timing himself to end up behind me. I didn't know if I was imagining it, so I tested it. Halfway down the hill, I stopped suddenly. He passed me, went a little farther, then deliberately fell. He sat there, watching me pass, then stood up and skied down behind me. A minute later, he was right behind me in line. As the chairlift came around, he stepped closer, trying to get on with me. At the last second, I told him to go ahead. He looked surprised, but took the chair alone. I rode with a mom and her daughter instead, and stayed close to them. At the top, he was waiting. He walked up and asked, "Are you all alone?" Even at 9, I knew that question was wrong. I pointed to a random man and boy and said they were my family. Then I skied straight back to the food hall. While I told my mom everything, I saw him come inside, scanning the room like he was looking for something he lost. She didn't let me out of her sight after that. My dad said the man was probably just strange. My mom never believed that. Neither do I. Even now, I think about how easily that day could have gone differently, and how trusting a bad feeling may have been the reason it didn't.